Hurricane Beryl is wreaking havoc in the parts of the Caribbean and putting the role of climate change under the spotlight for the global south once again. Exceptionally high sea surface temperatures are seen as the key reason behind the powerful nature of Hurricane Beryl, which has claimed several lives and has left a trail of destruction. Here's a report.
A deadly trail of destruction after Hurricane Beryl devastated the Caribbean, killing at least 10 people, a number that could rise, especially in the eastern Caribbean, as communications are restored on islands devastated by extensive flooding and powerful winds. Cuba, Jamaica, Grenada, Barbados, Mexico and several other countries in the Caribbean suffered massive losses due to the hurricane. Beryl's rapid rise marks an unusually fierce and early start to this year's Atlantic hurricane season, the earliest Category 5 storm on record.
Those who have been here for years have already lived hurricanes and such. For us, this is not a surprise.
St. George, capital of Grenada, was filled with debris, vessels in disarray, and boats submerged in the aftermath of the hurricane. Numerous homes and businesses have suffered several structural damage. Roads are littered with debris and power outages have left many residents without electricity. The Category 5 hurricane made landfall with ferocious winds and torrential rains, leaving a trail of destruction in its path. Grenadian government has called for international assistance to help with the recovery efforts as the islands begin the long process of rebuilding. Jamaica was thrashed with heavy winds and rain on July 3rd, killing at least one person after forging a destructive path over the island. The fishermen claim that such a destructive hurricane has never been seen before.
Yeah, and it developed so quick from a tropical depression, so fast. History, them say, yeah, history. And first time to develop in June, July. Yeah.
Similarly, Barbados, Cuba, Mexico are recovering from Hurricane Beryl, and residents and authorities were assessing the damage to the island after it made landfall. According to experts, global warming is the key reason behind the massive hurricane, which has not been seen before the season.
Yeah, so climate change is affecting hurricanes. It's a complicated story, though. So the first primary factor is that with a warming globe and warming sea surface temperatures, that sets the stage for stronger storms to develop. And we honestly have not seen any recorded storms perform such an intensification rate prior to September 1st in the history books. So for a storm to do this in late June is something we have not seen before.
The World Met Organization said Beryl, which had strengthened to a Category 5 storm, has set the tone for a very dangerous hurricane season.
The 2nd of July, we do not normally talk about Category 5 hurricanes in July. But unfortunately, Hurricane Beryl is now at Category 5 strength. That is the top level on the Saffir-Simpson scale. It developed very, very rapidly over the weekend. It started the weekend as a tropical storm. Within the space of 24 hours, it became a Category 4 storm, first ever in June.
Meanwhile, US President also spoke on the potential of destruction climate change poses to the world.
It's the earliest time ever a dangerous Category 5 hurricane has been recorded in American history. People impacted islands and communities are in our prayers, and we stand by to provide assistance to them. Ignoring climate change is deadly and dangerous and irresponsible. These climate-fueled extreme weather events don't just affect people's lives, they also cost money, they hurt the economy, and they have a significant negative psychological effect on people.
The recent extreme weather events happening around the world have blurred the lines between a natural disaster and a man-made one, with the fallout of climate change being more visible due to the adverse human intervention in impacting climate change. The road to recovery, however, are usually longer for the developing and underdeveloped nations of the global south that are left with no choice but to frequently divert all the resources towards restoration of their lives with an increasing frequency every year.